Hi there, and welcome to episode 8 of my Krastorio and space exploration playthrough series. I'm Icon, and today we're going to set up a nice storage hub for those minerals. While it might be not too interesting to begin with, later down the road this hub will be playing a vital role for the ore enrichment processes. So I already checked out how the ore enrichment will work, so let's go over here. So ore enrichment will need sulfuric acid and water. So I already know that water will be a vital part of that ore enrichment process, so I have decided to set up the ore storage hub in the vicinity of a larger body of water, because ultimately this will provide what we need. So my plan now is quite simple. We're going to do that buffering scheme you should most of the time not do, but I always like to think that with loaders available, buffering is not that horrible at all, because loaders are quite simple in case you don't know them. A loader just does provide a well, how to explain that? Well, I'm going to explain it by an example. It's easier than just to put up words. So that's a warehouse. Neat. So if we put this, if we put stones in here, and if I now put a loader here, so the arrow shows the direction, the loader will now output this, the contents of the warehouse, just like that. And due to that, buffering is not really so problematic anymore, because you can empty each buffer very easily by just connecting belts at the end of it, at the beginning and the end of it, and just let it flow until it's empty. Done. So this way, buffering is a lot less problematic than with other mods, in my opinion at least. That's especially since we want to enrich all these ores. I think it's even more understandable why I want to funnel these ores. And I'm starting with this right now already, because I feel like the earlier I start, the easier I can adapt. And I just noticed that I want to have that stuff here. That's just better. So to begin with, it's a very simple thing. I just drop down a warehouse for every basic material, being copper, stone, and coal, because coal will also play a very important role in our story here. Because coal, as we already noticed in the last episode, is used for coke, and coke is just an enhanced fuel, or a necessary ingredient for the production of steel. So therefore I will funnel all these materials now into these wonderful little containers. And as soon as one of these containers is full, I will be easily able to just drop down another one before or behind it, and therefore this hub is easily expandable too. So with the coal deposits, I'm not sure how to do it yet, because I'm already quite fixated with how I do it here. So let's burn down those trees. So basically, well, I don't know if I really want to do that as of yet. So let's rather start with the really important materials, and that's the iron and copper, because iron and copper are actually the materials I really want to refine later. So they are way more important than the other materials. So I'm going to drop down here a few more miners for coal, just to make sure that my fuel production doesn't run dry. Fixing things along the road, you know. So usually always pre-produce too many power poles. Not in this playthrough. So let's drop down a little balancer here. I'm feeling like it. There we go. Just want to pack it up nice and tidy. Alright, let's roll. So I don't want to do this with a coal now, so let's not stockpile coals. But I need some new termite bots, because I really like those. So research-wise, where to head next? Logistic tech cards, I guess that's going to be the next department. Also, there are so many little things to do. Well, not only little things, larger things too. Well, let's pick up a few materials first, and let's see. I got everything I wanted, right? Right. So I want to pick up a few more bricks while I'm here. Just to make sure. Okay. So a few more warehouses, and now we're gonna do the fun part. I'll need a few more loaders too. That's what I'm missing. So let's pick up a few iron gear wheels. Logistic tech card research finished. Okay, so these will be my next little my next larger project. So but first let's do this. So let's check out how I put this up. So we're needing an intake of 30 iron ore. All right, so it's gonna be quite easy. So after those loaders are produced, we're just gonna do a very simple thing. Input and output. Okay, to make things really fluent and such, I'm pre-installing the logistics before I reroute everything. And at later stages I'm going to use refined ores for this process. Turns out we want one grade further, because these will be refined over here at the pond, but well, long road to get there. So let's research something, shall we? Shelter, yeah, why not? Just to get it away, you know. Okay, so that's that. It's gonna be the further away one. So there we go. And that's gonna be the other one. So from this point of view here, it's pretty nonsensical what I'm doing here, because I'm basically just making my life a lot more miserable with that. But in the long run, this will pay off tremendously. So let's do this. Just afraid that my belts will be not sufficient here. Yeah, so definitely not gonna have enough belts here. Okay, but at least enough to reroute one of those processes here. Nice. Okay, I'm also doing this right now, because right now one big benefit is none of these machineries are at a stage where I really rely on them too much. Like right now, it's not too terrible for me at all. If any of those machineries will have a short outage of production, it's not really a terribly big deal right now. Later, this will be something different, though. Alright, so that's that. Don't need this. My laboratories, though, they might need some new fuel. But first, let me pick up a few more belts. So, yeah, this is... the belts are the real cost issue in this project. I know that, but it's fine. It's just belts, you know. Meanwhile, I'm producing as many miners as I can, because I want to dip into these deposits as hard as I can, because my long-term plan is to allocate all these materials here to consolidate my refineries somewhere else. Maybe I'm going to relocate the brick and glass refining to somewhere down here, because that will be smarter logistics-wise. It's just really easy to work around these things when you have your own logistics center. Especially since I always feel like loaders make the job so much more enjoyable. I really like to play with loaders. Are you? I really like to know what you guys think about loaders. I personally think they are almost like cheating, but they are so much fun that I forgive them for being that cheaty. Ah, now I know what I forgot to pick up termite bots. Anyways, so there we go. Now, now my mission is completed. Of course, with a copper from over there, this whole process will be a lot more miserable. But for now, I'm totally okay with the fact that I can now just plug in as many miners as I want to, and these miners will constantly work away on this ore patch. I really like that, to know that these ore patches are being depleted, you know. So there we go. Now, what I also wanted to do in today's episode was to think about the actual land stretch of my factory in the longer term, because right now, well, all of this here is nice and everything, but it's not really a long-term installation. So I thought, like, running a main resource bus into this direction is well, it goes without saying, I thought. So my plan was to have the backbone of resource production in this area. The uranium deposit here is really something which made me come up with that plan, because that means with these amounts of water at my disposal, uranium, rare metals, it's really totally worth it to do my refining here. And at later stages of the game, I think I'm just going to set up a train route running down here, and just depositing the iron ores from that field over there down here, and that's just that. So much for my long-term plans. So let's pick up a few more belts, and it's about time to leave this starter base finally behind. Can't wait for it, because it's always so damn limiting to have such a kind of environment. At least that's what I feel. Also, I want to deplete all of these deposits here in the longer run. So yeah, the warehouse production here is still running, slowed down of course, but it's okay. Now, that means this forest is in my way. shelter is finished. Also, I think I want to start out with a small mall, and then afterwards I want to prepare a real mall. So my plan here is just like the following. Let's see, fluid chemistry. Well, gates. Yeah, let's research gates. The plan here is just as follows. There's so many intermediate products with the AAI Industries mod that I do want to set up a intermediates pre-production facility, but well, I'm really not there yet. It's I think it's not smart to set up a intermediate pre-production facility that early. I tried it several times, and well, while I do have to pre-produce a lot of things. I mean, we're just early game, and it's already that much stuff. But what I really did realize, to whip up a effective pre-production of intermediate products, it really takes a lot of basic materials to make it work in a decent way. Like right now, I'm so low on basic materials. Like my copper plate and iron plate income is so low that I really feel like I don't need to bother right now. Like, no, not at all. It's not worth it, in my opinion, and that's why I'm not gonna, you know. So let's pipe these through a balancer. Oopsie. There we go. Just to make sure they're packed nice and tidy. And so theoretically, this is going to be the copper port. So, well, iron can be running a lot lower then, or higher. Well, so my main bus will run like, well, I'm going to let it run higher than that, yeah. So we're going to let the iron bus start here and relocate it maybe later down the road, but not yet. So there we go. Here we go. I think it's about time to produce some cars soon too. Alright. Oh no. The cliffs did it again. Alright. I'm gonna take the long tour around here. Because there's so many copper spots here, I don't want to mess around with them too much. Alright, so we're going to suit up the small mall then. Because I actually do want to have a small facility pre-producing like electrical miners, assembly machines, and well, the same things that I do have in my starting base now, of course, as well. But mostly a lot of things that I don't feature right now. So, well, maybe a small pre-production facility with enough space to expand it later. Well, whatever we do, I'll let that run a little bit higher to avoid those cliffs there. There's really a lot of cliffs here. So there we go. Alright, so this is yet another empty inventory. So I can't build with those spiders here. I want to leave open this area down here for the smelters. That's why I wanted to leave the bus area up there. Oh, come on, these aliens. They are really living at the wrong place. I don't have any ammunition or military production as of yet. So it's gonna be quite a tough job to shoo them away from there. Well, well. Would be too easy if it would be too easy, right? Alright. But at least the belts, the belt production here is not letting me down. So, I don't know, maybe I'm going to connect up the copper ore situation in between those episodes. I haven't fully decided that yet. Here it's a little bit of a nonsensical situation, but well. I wouldn't have come up with that plan if I wouldn't have known about the option of enriching those ores later, honestly. But since with ore enrichment I will increase the yield of these minerals so much, I don't want to pass out on that, you know. It's just too much of a benefit to not pick it up. So, I'm not sure, yeah. No! Alright, until I got red belts, I'm not able to cross this thing here anyways. Alright, so... there we go. So many cliffs. Disgusting. Alright. So maybe I just need to accept that I have to roll a little bit further. You know, just a little bit further here. Past those little aliens and their little real estate there. Alright, gates. I'm right now researching just those techs, which I know that I won't be needing too much. Also with Krastorio, really be careful with picking up uranium. It hurts you. While it's in your pockets, it's burning you. It's really nasty. And those meteorites dropping from the sky from space exploration tend to have larger amounts of uranium inside, so they're really some false friends. Beware. Alright, but I already see that I can produce so nice here. I already can imagine my wood production down here. And I already came up with the idea that I'm going to set up the small mall here. Let's do this. So I don't even want to walk back home now because I can handcraft what I need. I got the materials. Let's work. So let's research the weapon shooting speed tech. That's a good idea. I need to get done with those two. So, since this is a rather involuntary end of the road situation, I'm going to do it like that. Like that. So, let's just wait for this handful of belts, and then I'm out to set up that little outpost here. I love that. So meanwhile, the warehouse contains 7,000 units of iron ore. The first iron miner is already depleted. So I do like this strategy also because this way it's way easier to distribute my materials, to me at least. I really do like to know that I can just distribute those materials as I find them, as I find it useful. Like, I now can just connect loaders. Like, one of those loaders is going to satisfy half of a smelter column. If I just connect those miners directly to the column, whenever one of those miners depletes, the whole equation doesn't work anymore, and yada yada yada. I think you get the idea. So first up, we're going to do the same things as usual, you know. Motors, iron gear wheels, you know the drill. It's insane what kind of production materials are necessary just for such simple things, you know. But that's AAI Industries, and I really do like it because this puts the this emphasizes the industrial aspect of the game so much more vividly, in my opinion. What's the matter? Why are the iron gear wheels not being dropped inside there? Somebody care to explain? Guys. So, what's going wrong here? Alright, so let's check out if everything would go right if I put it onto belts. Can't really understand what's happening here right now. So this works. Why does that not work? Let's deplete all the materials. Okay. I mean, there are several ways of how to build a machine, but so now everything seems to work out as intended, except for the fact that this inserter just doesn't want to pick up the motors. What's going wrong here? I don't quite understand it, honestly. Alright, so now everything's working out as intended. So, well, I'm open for explanations, because I just did the good old have you tried turning it off and on again trick, and everything was just fine. So I've never encountered problems like these before. Whatever might be the case, this little machinery of joy will work for me. And yeah, so there's a little bit of this and that in between now, but we're on a good way. So the ore storage hub, I will complete that project, I guess, between those episodes, because I guess, well, also this little project here, the small mall, is just the same situation that I have over there. I'm going to reconstruct that between the episodes, so we're not going to suffer too much excess content. So after this, to give you a little preview here, I'm going to set up a larger scale science ops in the next episode. So I'm going to prepare everything to give me the freedom to produce a nice little laboratory. So until then, my friends, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying the ride, and feel free to drop me a comment down below if you have anything on your mind. I'd like to know, and like as usual, keep me updated with ideas or feedback. I like to have that. Leave a like, leave a subscribe, and as usual, take care and goodbye.